Good afternoon, my name's Casey Reed, and today we'll be discussing how many lives you could possibly be saving simply by not getting behind the wheel of an automobile after consuming alcohol. Every day in America, at least 29 people die due to a fatal car crash involving someone who had been under the influence of drugs or alcohol. That's about one person every 50 minutes. You should consider these things the next time you find yourself at the bar thinking to yourself, I could probably drive home, it's just a buzz. I'm not that far from home, I'll be okay. This is simply just not the case. For one, 77% of car crashes happen within 15 miles of that person's home. Not only this, but I guarantee you have at least one friend or family member that would much rather have a call from you when the bar closes saying that you need a ride home because you're a little bit tipsy than getting a call from a police officer late into the night saying that you have either been arrested for driving while under the influence, or that, even worse, you have been killed or have killed someone due to your poor decision-making skills after you have gotten behind the wheel of an automobile while being impaired. If you think to yourself after hearing that you don't have that person in your life, well, that's okay too, because now we have Uber and Lyft, and there's taxis still, and I'm sure there's other websites or apps that you can get to find a ride home. Or even better, you could go out with someone and assign a DD. It's not that difficult to be responsible. Also, the average drunk driver drives drunk 80 times before ever getting caught or arrested. That's simply unacceptable. This means that the average person puts thousands of lives at risk 80 separate times before ever having a consequence. Personally, I feel that driving after drinking is one of the most selfish things a person could possibly do. Think about the people that are on the road at the same time as you. It's late at night, right? You're driving home after out at the bar, you're a little tipsy, the lines are a little blurred, you're thinking, oh, it's okay, I'm only about 5 miles from my house, I just gotta get on the highway, and it's a straight shot home. Well, think about the family that's on their way from New York to Disney World for their family vacation with their 3 kids in the back. You're putting them at risk. Think about the truck driver that's driving coast to coast with food, a huge 18-wheeler that you could possibly end up beneath. Or think about the single mother on her way home from her night shift at a restaurant or wherever, on her way home to her children. You're putting that life at risk as well. You're not only causing danger to yourself, but everyone else that is on that road at the same time as you when you decide that you're just gonna make it home. If ruining your life and the lives of others wasn't enough, let me just see if this will drive the point home. Ramifications from being convicted of a DUI linger for years. I'm sure many of us are aware of the short-term consequences, which include things such as temporary driver's license suspension, fees and fines, high insurance premiums, court-mandated community service, participation in drunk driving education programs, and even jail time in serious cases. But have you ever thought of how the long-term effects will change your life forever? Even after you've paid your fines and fulfill your legal obligations, your DUI conviction can still undermine your future opportunities and haunt your life for years to come. Many employers conduct criminal background checks before hiring someone for a position, and a felony or misdemeanor DUI conviction will appear in a background check and could very well keep you from getting that job that you've always dreamed of. Background checks are also triggered in things such as applying for financial aid for college, even applying to get into a college. Also, it's a factor in housing applications on campus, and also if you're trying to get an apartment through an apartment complex or a private landlord. oftentimes they conduct these background checks because they want to know who's moving into their building. And odds are, if you have a DUI conviction on your background check, you're not going to get the greatest department. So the next time it's late and the bars are about to close up, do everyone around you a favor, including people on the highway and people you know and love, and call an Uber. Don't drink and drive.